as you imagine the abnormality in Labour Party, it is not anything to be compared with what is happening in the other two parties. It is far minor, and it's something that will be dealt with. We're dealing with a system. Every system has its up and down, and it will be managed and everything. And I assure you, this will also be dealt with. There's nothing out of control in this exercise. Things go wrong and it's corrected. And I assure you, we'll deal with it. But again, I don't want to focus, but let's focus on the poor people of Nigeria. Let me again assure you, I'm not talking about the next election. I'm talking about solving the problem of Nigeria. The next election will come in 2027. Nobody knows who will contest in 2027 or those who will not contest. I'm preoccupied as a politician for now to deal with issues that affect the ordinary Nigerian. In terms of borehole, I said it's a temporary, short-term measure before you have water. If you have a situation where you have accident today, let me tell you, and they take you to hospital, and you need blood, there's an occasion where they will use a bit of a matching blood to deal with the system first until they get the right thing. So it is important that you understand. I didn't say this should be the solution. When I was governor, I did borehole in all the secondary schools. I know that when I was a student, we had a pipe-borne water in the school. But I did borehole because that was a short-term measure. Other people will now continue and do so. We must find a short-term solution to be able to get people to have potable water. And on what is in my mind, only God knows. I'm not going to be reporting to you daily on the auditor's report. It is when the auditors ring on, and if you want a daily report on the auditors, we will direct it to the auditors. They don't report to me daily. It is only when they finish. It could take them months, it could take them years. Even in their financial system, it takes years to audit an account. All I know is that we have engaged somebody. So that's it. And that's what we need to do. We can only come back to you to talk about it when it's finished. On the other issue, like I said, we are being consumed in the process of today and yesterday. If there's no crisis in the Labour Party, does it in any way solve my challenge that I'm appealing today? It will not provide water. Will it deal with the imaginary school system? No. I came to appeal for a different thing. And I listen to your concerns. And we will deal with that concerns. But please, I'm pleading with you, do not allow that to undermine my appeal. My appeal is what will help the poor people live a better life. That's what I go around. I've been going around this country trying to help in any way I can. And I'm appealing to other people to do the same thing. And that appeal, I need to enlist you as a partner, the press as partner, to help us to continue that direction without getting allowing it to be muddled up with the issue of party or no party. People, when we drill water, there's no party involved. There's no this. When I talk the issue of road now, is there any road built by any party? We want to road so people will pass. So if we're doing, so let's deal with the issues. Is there any party that buys food cheaper? So you say, if we solve this, you would have solved this. So let's deal with the issues that are bothering our people today. You need to go and read my manifesto. You know what we do here is that we don't read people's manifesto. I know what they promised. When I was campaigning to be governor, as you know, and I'm sure you're aware, there was a term for nearly 2 years, the schools were shut in Anambra State. And everybody listened to it. Even yesterday when we were at Kaduna, a bishop said it. The Anambra school system went very low in rating. When I was campaigning to be governor, I said I'll change the educational system in Anambra State where schools and our children will never be closed. I will make sure I give the best to education. When I was coming to Anambra to be governor, we have what we call male-girl-child issue, where most of the males were not in school. I said I will reverse that, and I will make sure that Anambra State becomes one of the best. And when I started, we were number 26, 27, WAEC and NECO. By the time I left, we were number 1. That is what. When I went to Anambra State, I know the state of the schools. When I left, every secondary school in Anambra State had, like I said, a borehole, they had computers, they had vehicles, they have generator. No other state in this country, not one, who said they were able to fit. You can go and ask even providers of computer. Even had every secondary school had internet. You can go and ask one of the famous makers of computer sets. Let me remember their name now. No, Zynos is the agent we use, but what we bought was the HP. When we ordered computers and desktop tech for HP, they told us, print out everything. They say, no government can afford this. But we bought them at a go, 30,000 complete sets for our various schools. No government was able to do that. We were able to train our teachers and everything. And the result is what you're seeing today. And to even go further, while I do not know who said that and I don't want to know, but let me help you further. The only measure of development while I served as a governor is Millennium Development Goals, which was initiated in the year 2000 with Nigeria and over 150 countries as signatories. That is what China used to change China. India, Vietnam, it can go on and on. That was the only measure. I became governor and started implementing the MDG goals by the year 2008. That is clear 8 years after I had started. But by the time it was concluded in 2015, Anambra was number 1 in the implementation of that. I was even invited to United Nations to come and talk about my experience. That is measured by UNDP. This is not a measurement where you say Peter has scored himself high. And I can tell you, our school, our hospitals, and our system became model for every other person. So I believe that we did the right thing. Those who are looking for the wrong thing, what I promised the people I delivered.